There are nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, and a single question keeps echoing in your heart again and again. Am I really worth anything? You look at other people and they seem confident, successful, always one step ahead. And then you look at yourself. You feel small, you feel replaceable, you feel invisible. If this feeling lives somewhere inside you, listen carefully because this story is for you. Far away from the noise of big cities and bright lights, there was a small village where life moved slowly. Mud houses stood quietly beside dusty roads, and wide fields waited patiently for rain and luck. People woke up early, worked hard all day, and went to sleep tired. In this village lived a young man named Ion. He wasn't lazy. In fact, he worked harder than most people around him. But somehow, no one noticed. The world seemed to notice loud voices, rich families, and confident talkers. Ion spoke softly, and deep inside, he doubted himself. Every time Ion tried to do something new, a voice inside him whispered cruel words. It told him he wasn't good enough. It told him he would fail. It told him that people like him never succeed. Slowly, without realizing it, Ion started believing that voice. And this isn't just his story. Studies show that more than 70% of people experience self-doubt regularly, and over 85% underestimate their own abilities. But in villages like Ion's, no one teaches you this. No one tells you that self-doubt is common. So you start thinking the problem is you. One afternoon during harvest season, Ion sat under an old neem tree, watching others work. His hands were strong, but his heart felt tired. An old man from the village came and sat beside him. His back was bent with age, but his eyes were calm and steady. After a long silence, the old man asked softly, "Beta, why do you sit like someone who is already lost?" Ion smiled weakly and replied, "Because I don't think I have anything special." The old man looked up at the tree above them and said, "This tree gives shade, fruit, and oxygen, yet it never announces its worth." That simple sentence quietly settled into Ion's heart. The truth is, most people who doubt their worth are not weak. They think deeply, feel deeply, and often work harder than others. Research shows that people with self-doubt are usually more honest, more creative, and more dedicated. But because they don't shout about their efforts, the world often ignores them. Ion began remembering all the times he helped others without asking for credit, all the nights he worked late, and all the dreams he buried because he thought he wasn't enough. That night, for the first time, he asked himself a different question. What if I'm not useless? What if I never believed in myself? Here is something important you need to hear. Your worth is not decided by your money. It is not decided by people's opinions, and it is not decided by how fast you succeed. Data proves this again and again. Most successful people failed multiple times. Many were ignored for years. Many were told they were average or useless. In fact, around 90% of successful entrepreneurs failed at least once. The difference between them and others was not talent, it was belief. Ion didn't change his life overnight. He started small. He didn't change the world, he changed his inner voice. When the voice said you can't, he replied, "I'm learning." When it said you're behind, he replied, "I'm on my own path." Slowly, something shifted. His posture changed. His walk changed. His eyes carried quiet confidence. People started noticing him, not because he became loud, but because he became sure of himself. Self-worth is a silent power. It doesn't beg for attention, and it doesn't need approval. It stands firm even when no one claps. Psychology shows that people who believe in their worth handle failure better, recover faster from rejection, and attract better opportunities. Not because luck suddenly favors them, but because they stop rejecting themselves. If you are listening to this right now, hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are not unworthy. You were just spending too much time doubting yourself instead of building yourself. Remember this: seed grows even while buried underground. The sun rises without asking permission. A farmer trusts the process even when the field looks empty. Your life is no different. Ion didn't become famous and he didn't become rich overnight, but he became something far more powerful. He became certain of his worth, and that changed everything. So today, stop asking yourself, am I good enough? Start telling yourself, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm worthy. Even on days when you feel lost. Because the moment you stop doubting your worth, life slowly stops doubting you too. And remember this always: you don't need permission to believe in yourself. You already matter. You always did.